Hello and welcome back to another World of Warcraft guide. This time it's going to be for the Siege of Niuzao Temple. Now, one thing that's worth saying at the start is that this is for people who want to get gold. If you're looking for realm bests, then maybe that'll take some more theory crafting on your part. Still though, if you want to try to get your piece of transmog gear, well, this is probably the guide for you, hopefully. So, as always, you will want to bring your relevant buff, food, flasks, and potions. And this guide is for getting gold, not realm best, so I won't go into the specifics about how to optimize gear, but the more sockets the better because gems do not get scaled down. So anyone who will need to drink to restore mana should get the Restorative Amber, which can be purchased from the Klaxi Quartermaster. This is basically just a faster mana regen, so it's very handy when you're on the time trial. Alright, so let's get into the guide itself. So the first section really has got the most potential for sudden deaths. Initially you will fight a pack of 3 Klaxi mobs. They are very easy, but you should be sure to interrupt the Resin Weaver's spells, especially Resin Weaving because it does quite a lot of damage. You can also interrupt the Shell, but we just opted most of the time to let the tank kite the mobs out of it. It was really kind of fine. Okay, so after you kill these guys, you want to just continue along and pull a pack of resin flakes, just like we do in the video. These guys are easy, but when they die, they will deal quite a large amount of damage, but it will also give you a buff. Now, the buff that happens when these die is stacking, and it will increase your damage done and taken by 10%. So if you kill a whole bunch of these at once, then you could be into a bit of a problem. Now, you need to actually kill a certain amount of mobs before you unlock the first boss. So kill the pack of resin flakes that you're currently at, then follow our route through the boss's room, and then pull the second pack of amber flakes. At this point, you will still have stacks of the resin debuff, so be sure not to kill them all at once or else you could die. We opted to use a healing cooldown at this stage, or damage reduction cooldown. Okay, so at this stage, the boss will now be unlocked, and the boss himself is actually very easy. Your stacks of the resin debuff will mean that you will deal quite a lot of damage and kill him very quickly. We were able to completely ignore his mechanics and simply burst him down. You can use heroism here, I suppose, but yeah, that might be advisable actually if you're having trouble killing him before his mechanics come into play. After the boss is dead, then you just want to continue on to the next pack of resin flakes. The good news is that your buff should have fallen off at this stage, so you'll be free enough just to nuke them down. And then basically just keep on going through the instance. You can probably chain pull, but we simply just kill the rest of the packs one by one, and just be sure you remember to interrupt the casts on the Amber Weavers. Then just keep on pushing until you get out of the tree. There was one thing that we managed to do, I don't know if it's on the recorded footage, but I think it was a bunch of the resin flakes. We actually pulled them out into the outdoor area so that we would get their buff while we were killing the mob there. But anyway, once you're out of the tree, you then want to immediately kill the one mob that the Pandaren NPCs are fighting, and then start the role-playing event. This is a very good opportunity for your healer to have a drink. Okay, so the next part is the tower defense section. So be sure that there is amber goo all over the path at the bottom. Just sort of keep that up, and any slows or ice traps or anything like that are definitely good, because the more time the enemy spent on that goo, the better. So as time goes on, a flyer will appear, just ignore it and try not to stand in the fire that he drops on the floor. And there are also, there is also a gong up there. Now you want to ring this gong as much as possible to summon the waves more quickly. We like speed, so this should of course be used as much as possible. The only difference in the mobs that come at you is that one group of them will be a bunch of suicide bombers. You just want to do a normal white damage attack on them, and that will cause them to explode instantly. So just continue on killing these guys until the boss arrives. Now, one thing that's worth saying is that I have actually seen another strategy in which the tank and melee players stand at the square section above the second flight of stairs, and then the range just bomb that area with amber and then keep on ringing the gong and killing the mobs. I haven't tried this out, but it's probably sensible. Anyway, whatever happens, you will get to the boss, and when he comes, just kill him. He's really quite easy, but be sure that you run out of his spinning attack. Basically, he will run at you with his blade, that'll do some damage, and then he'll spin around in circles, and that will also do some damage, so be sure to run out of that as quickly as you can. Still though, the boss is nice and easy. After he is dead, you want to move on and just follow the friendly NPCs to the door and wait for them to blow it up. As soon as they blow up the video, not the video, they blow up the door, follow the route that I show in the video, avoiding all of the trash packs. We then get to the next boss, and you want to pull that boss to the very back of the room, pre-pot, do the usual sort of thing with your potions, and start killing him. There is a part of this fight, though, where he summons a whole bunch of ads and then uses a shield bubble sort of thing. When this happens, he will actually pull a few of the regular packs of mobs that we will have skipped. So what you want to do is stack everything on top of the boss, and then the DPS players should throw bombs at the boss, and basically that will kill everything. So the TLDR version is pull the guy when he runs into the middle and does his bubble shield. You want to just stack everything on top of him and then bomb the shit out of it with the resin bombs that fall from the sky. This was actually our main time-saving method, and this is essentially what got us gold. Alright, so with this dead, you can then move on to the final boss, and the final boss's trash is actually quite annoying. So what we did is we just pulled them a few at a time and then killed them. There's probably ways to optimize that, but you don't need it if you're just going for a gold medal. Alright, so the final boss fight is easy, but it's a little bit annoying. Every 30 seconds he will fly off to the other side of the room, so what you want to do is pre-pot, then use heroism and nuke him for the first 30 seconds. Once he begins to fly over, you want to use all movement speed increasing abilities to run to the other side of the bridge and kill him there, and just sort of keep on going from side to side until he's dead. That should essentially be it. This place is really easy if you can nail that trick with the third boss, so yeah, I mean, we actually found it to be the second easiest challenge mode, with the Jade Serpent probably being the easiest. Anyway, that's it for the guide. If you have any questions, I'll be answering them in the comments, so do be sure to leave them. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.